Hey guys, I just wanted to go over a little bit of hostess coaching with you, and since everybody has gotten on the phone and gotten so many bookings for the month of October, I just want to make sure it's going to be hugely successful for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some tips, and I have a 3-check coaching system that I've always used. So a couple of pointers. When you are at your parties and you're actually getting your bookings, do not use your cell phone to open it up and scroll through and tell somebody when you're available, and then they're opening up their cell phone and scrolling through, and you guys have got these 2 phones going on and you're trying to pick a date. It just does not work. So I'm going to tell you a couple of ideas on that. One is go and get yourself a day timer, and it doesn't have to be a big chunky sort of day timer. It can just be something that you buy at Target or Walmart, like a date planner or something like that that you can open up so somebody can see a month at a glance. The other thing that's really good for that is always writing in when you're doing your Me Alicia parties, when you're going to a Me Alicia meeting, when you're meeting somebody for coffee for Me Alicia, all of that sort of thing. And then you should save those for a few years, because again, that is proof on your taxes that you were actually doing Me Alicia business. So when you open up that day planner at your party, people, especially with shift work or kids in activities, can look at that whole month, and it's big and they can easily see when they're available. And what I do is I highlight my availability in there. So maybe one week I've got a Tuesday and a Thursday, and the next week I've got a Monday and a Wednesday, and then they can look and they can say, okay, well, Wednesday's better for me, and you've got that Wednesday available. So it just really narrows down your bookings so you're not opening up a blank calendar to everybody. So a couple of other things that I do is, now you've picked your date, what I do is within 48 hours of dating a party at a party, I call the host back, thank her again for booking with me, and I ask her if she's looked at her calendar and just double check to make sure that day still works. If you do that, you're going to have way less postponements. The other thing I do is when I give her her host package, whether that's a few catalogs with some order forms, even on the back of an order form, or if you're going to put this in an envelope, or make sure you're going to give her the monthly promotions, you could even write it on the back of there. List out the top 5 favorite pieces that she likes, because that way whenever you're talking to her about her party, you're always directing her back to the free jewelry that she's going to earn. So my first point of contact after the party is the phone call, making sure the date works. My second point, so that's my first check mark, and so what I do on my day timer, if you know, Natalie Gomes has a party with me on October 21st, and now I've confirmed within 48 hours that that date's good, I now have one check mark on there. So my second phone call is usually a good week or so before, and I'm going to call her and just see how the inviting is going, because if it's 7 to 10 days out and she hasn't started inviting anybody yet, now is the time to get on board with that. So make sure that you let her know that you've sent her an email. Has she sent the e-vite out to anybody yet? Let her know that she can collect orders in advance towards her party. People can use the link to go on and look at the jewelry and watch a few videos. And then the other thing is, the number one reason is, how's the guest list coming? And making sure that she's inviting a variety of people, co-workers, friends, family, and neighbors. So that's my second check on my day timer square under Natalie Gomes. So my third check mark is usually 24 to 48 hours before the party, and at that point then I'm going to bring her back to the guest list. I want to know how many people are confirmed so I know how many gifts and catalogs and things to bring. And I want to confirm the time that the party starts. And I want to just remind her about the 5 free pieces of jewelry that she's going to work towards earning. I do parties from anywhere from 3 people and up, a really good number, and lots of people always ask me, you know, what is the best number of people to have at a party? And 8 to 12 would be my answer on that. But what I would say to Natalie on that third phone call is, Natalie, it doesn't matter how many people are coming, as long as there's at least 3 of you around a kitchen table, I'm going to be there. So that's my third check, which is 48 hours before the party. So the first check is confirming the date. The second one is seeing how the inviting is going, and if she's used the e-invite system yet. to invite some people that way, reminding her about online ordering, getting her connected back into the jewelry. And the third one is really getting some directions and just reminding her about the free jewelry again and trying to get a rough head count. So the 3 check marks, when I look at my day timer, my fold out day timer, I want to look to see that I've got 3 check marks on every single square, and then I know I have hostess coached effectively. If you hostess coach effectively this way, bring them back to the reason they're having the party, the fun, the free jewelry, you will have very few postponements. A cancellation is something that never gets back on your calendar. A postponement is something that they've had a family emergency come up and the date just is now not going to work because of this family emergency. But out of 10 to 12 bookings on your calendar, you might get 2 of those out of 10 to 12 parties. So if you use that sort of as your barometer in, am I hostess coaching well? Because out of every 10 to 12 bookings, if you've only got 2 date changes, that means you are doing a fantastic job. So I hope you have fun, have a fantastic week, and good work on hostess coaching, everybody.